a little bit more people come in, and we'll kick off at 10. I don't have any jokes. I'm not that good.
You do have that sweet Scottish accent though, so that's people are gonna enjoy that.
I'm not going to listen to myself back though. But if you all enjoy it, then I'll take it. But I always cringe at my voice in a video. I'm like I try and hide it a little bit. You know what I mean? But it just comes off like I don't know, a bit of mix of everything.
I guess I'm coming in well.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
perfect.
Awesome. I'm going to be riding mute because the dogs like to bark around this time of day. So anyway, here we go.
Yeah, your dogs tend to get a little crazy, man.
And
Well,
you
thank
say
you
that
for
you say that like yours don't.
Oh no, they definitely do. Absolutely.
Oh my god. That
Doing
little
a
schnauzer. That
a little ping
schnauzer,
for
man.
everyone there. A little ping, So yeah, we've got 65, 66. It's going well. I'm sure that ping done a little bit, done us some good. So just like to welcome everyone and greet you all. This is obviously the first time you're maybe hearing our voices, especially probably mine. If you haven't guessed, I am from Scotland. Yep, and I'm trying to hide it a little bit, but if I ramble on, it might come out a bit more. So
Nah, man, don't hide it.
don't hide
Let it go.
Perfect.
embrace it. Embrace
it. But yeah, just to say, like we're so excited to be able to have everyone in here. It's our first official, one that we're doing internally. So we just want to basically answer some questions. We'll kind of start. I'll start off with a little introduction for me, and then we'll just kind of pass through the founders as well, and that'll kind of let you get to know us. So me, Care, I'm not docs, but that is my pretty face in the picture. I promise I'm not catfishing. That is me. I'm been in DeFi for pretty much since December, and I've actually known the founders round about from then as well. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. You guys, I didn't know you were making this project at the start. Then you just approached me. I liked the idea, like it's a really, really great project. So I thought, why not? And we've just been growing it ever since. So just a little bit about me. I think we'll pass over to you, Racer, if that's okay.
Sure. I'm Crypto Racer. I've been in crypto since probably about 2018. Got involved with XRP thanks to New Money, and then branched out from ISO coins into more into DeFi stuff, and I've done a lot of liquidity mining and other things, and got into. I met Eric with Phoenix and um, got into that project. I'm obviously, maybe not everybody knows, but I'm also a mod for Phoenix. Have been since I think probably the first week or so. Really liked the project and what they're building, and saw that they didn't have any, or they weren't planning to offer fractionalized nests. So thought that it would be a good idea to create a different project um, that could offer that to people. So that's kind of where Firebirds came about. New Money, you want to take it next?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, again, guys, thanks for joining us. It's really exciting. 93 listeners. We never thought we would have this type of pool, like just three little guys in Kerr, and it's amazing. Yeah, just like Racer said, I came into crypto myself, like many of you guys have, gals, back in 2018 for me, early 2018. I knew some of you guys, gals, have been here longer. Some have might be here a few months only, but we have the whole gamut. Again, same thing. You do the research, you get into the coins that you know are going to do well, and you get in there And then later on, as things evolved, I kind of got stuck with this old school approach of just like huddle, huddle, huddle. No matter what the price does, just put it away. Buy some when you
Diamond,
pay on your
diamond.
paycheck. Go ahead.
I said
What's that?
diamond handed all the way.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was all diamond heads. Yeah, it was. That's all you do because that's what it was back in those days. And then I got Racer into it. Chatter came in right behind him, and they started like going into DeFi and all these crazy projects and things that I had just never heard of. And I just think, no, 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 no. I don't know what kind of crazy things you guys are into, but I don't. We don't do that around here. Well, little did I know that as I started guys pulled me into a couple of projects that looked really promising and actually did pretty well. And it took education. It took getting to know how this stuff worked. And eventually, Phoenix came out, and that was it. Like, I think we all saw the plan. We saw the white paper. Well, Chada and Racer saw the white paper. They brought me on like maybe a week or two later, and we were all for it. And just like Racer said, we saw how much benefit PCC can do for folks, like the project and how well it's ran. We were sold. And I'll be honest, it was Racer and Cheddar that came up with the idea of being able to fractionalize the approach on how to come in here. Maybe you don't have to have $1,000 or $2,000 or whatever the price may be to create a nest. What if you were to create it? A way to get in for people just with a couple $100 to be able to capitalize on what PCC is doing, and that's essentially how the project came to be. Just to go back a little bit, just to introduce ourselves a little bit, and Bracer may be able to jump back in here, just give us some of our background. Um, I've been in IT for over a decade. Racer's been in IT for over a decade. Racer's a monster. He is a network architect at this point. He's done when it comes to networks. I'm not that high up there, but I did dabble in networks for over 10 years. Um, and then Chada will come in here. Chada's like a Swiss Army knife. He's done it all. And I think we all put our heads together to realize what could we do to help folks the same way the Phoenix has put something together. How can we come up with something to help folks get into ways to make revenue? At the end of the day, DeFi is all about making revenue. Well, we're all sitting here with our ISO coins and your H bars and your Algorand and whatever it is you guys are into. We still need to make some money on the side. I mean, it's been a long holding pattern. I'm a XRP bull, XLM bull for life, but we need to find ways to make money. And so I think DeFi definitely offers that option, that choice. And we hope that our product here, tied to Phoenix, can definitely bring that. And that's pretty much it. Thanks.
No problem. Chara, you want to come up and say a little bit?
Yeah. Pardon me. I'm Jada. I jumped into DeFi back in July with a little known blockchain called XDC. Some of you have heard of it. A lot of you probably haven't. I got in on StoreX. I love the idea of the decentralized storage system. Like nobody can really get a hold of it. It's yours. It's on the blockchain. It's there. It's backed up. Anyway, then I started getting into DeFi with Racer and just started seeing all the opportunities out there. And I was a big gamer before. Spent a lot of time streaming on Twitch. And that's kind of where I'm the Discord master for the group here, and got all this going. But I fell in love with DeFi, and just like I just spent 18 hours a day for a few months just soaking up everything I could, and got to where I was with PCC, and we started looking into the NFT project we're doing here, and I got inspiration for some other projects that just weren't cutting it for me, like the giveaway focused stuff. Like we're not about random chances here. We want to guarantee something. And yeah, you can tell I'm nervous, so I'm just gonna stop here. Thank you everyone for joining, and we'll move on.
You're all good, Chada. Thank you. Thanks for coming up. So, one thing to mention as well is you guys are all friends. You know what I mean? That's I think that's quite a good part of the vision that you had because it brought you together as well. And that's probably what led me to want to come on board as well. Is just speaking the three of you, even everyone up here listening to you just now. You can kind of sense that you're all genuine people. You know what I mean? You're not hiding behind, and I think that's why I wanted like the main, or at least the start of this, to just be about getting to know us. Because if you are going to be investing, the project obviously has to sell itself, but so do we. You know, you're investing in people too. So, with that being said, I know we've kind of touched base on it a little bit, but if we can move, are you available, Racer? Are you here?
Yep.
It's just, do you want to kind of go in a little bit more depth on just what Firebirds is? Just if there was someone up here in this AMA just joined and they wanted to kind of understand what the project is.
Sure. So the original idea for Firebirds was to give fractionalized exposure to Phoenix Community Capital. So essentially, all the mint proceeds from Firebirds will be invested into Nest and master NFTs, grandmaster NFTs, and so forth. And then the rewards from those nests would then be shared with holders. So we have it set up so that 15% of all rewards will auto compound into more nests. And we'll talk about how that is going to work with the cap here in a minute. And then after we compound, then we just take the claim fees out that you have to pay for claiming your rewards with Nest. There's just a small claim fee with Phoenix Community Capital when you claim. After those claim fees come out, then whatever profits the project makes off of those nests, 70% goes to holders in the form of USDCE, and then the remaining would goes to the operations wallet, which will handle marketing, team compensation, and then also giveaways. So 10% of a minimum of 10% of the operations profits will go back into giveaways for our holders. Until the cap goes in place, we're planning on doing giveaways of 10 Fire each. Once the cap goes in place, then we intend to give our community members some different options as to how we, or maybe evolve the giveaways, since people won't be able to create nests once the cap goes in place. But any changes that we make to the protocol are all going to be voted on by holders. We'll present options, and then you guys are going to decide how this project evolves. We firmly believe that we're doing this to help the people that are investing in this project. So, we're not just going to make changes just because we want to. It's definitely going to be something that we allow the community to have a say in how we evolve. We want it to be more of a community-based project. So, but that's essentially what Firebirds is intended to be. Some additional benefits that Firebirds has over, say, just owning nests directly. When you purchase a nest, it's a sunk cost. So I think right now it's cost you a little over around $1,000 to build a nest, and then you would recoup your investment through the rewards. So if you purchase or mint Firebirds, then you still hold that NFT. You can go trade it on a secondary market. You can transfer it to somebody else if you want to gift it to somebody. So there's additional benefits there for being able to trade them as NFTs. And then some other things that we can do, since Phoenix Community Capital allows nest holders and people that have master NFTs and grandmaster NFTs to get access to certain things, like the Swapsicle presale. If you had a nest with an NFT, a master NFT, then you could get the biggest discount on the presale. So things that we can look to do in the future, since obviously the project is going to hold a pretty large amount of nests and NFTs, we'll have the ability to access those pre-sales for our community. So, that'll be one of those things where, let's say they come out with a new incubation project and there's a white list that PCC members can get access to. We could present that to our community. And if you guys decide that that's something that you would want to do, then, we could invest in that pre-sale and then use that as another investment vehicle within the Firebirds community. So like Swapsicle, for example, if we would have been up and able to do that pre-sale, then we could have, done an allocation in the pre-sale and then used all the POPs tokens to do farming and other things within Swapsicle that we would then be able to share that revenue back with the Firebirds community. So those are other things that we're definitely looking to do as Phoenix grows and as we grow. That's some other benefits that we can definitely offer to our community. But again,
Could I nip in and just ask a question, or like just personal as well, that people might be thinking? So, as we all know, there is an S cap that's been announced of 100,000.
right,
We don't really know, like we don't know what goes on behind the scenes in PCC. But what we do know is when it hits 100,000, you won't be able to make any more nests. So say they've also got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. If we're all involved or you've heard about it, you'll know about the incubated projects and all the other stuff going on that'll keep going even after the nest cap. So in theory, your NFT is tradable. So would that may be one of the only ways to actually for someone else to then come in to get exposure. So it's not so much that you can trade it. It might actually be that that's the only way that someone else could join the project. So
right.
there's another
So
kind of key point as well.
right, yeah. Once that cap goes in place, Firebirds and Griffin Kingdom NFTs are going to be like one of the only ways that you would be able to get access to the revenue of Phoenix Community Capital. So you definitely have a little exclusivity there with being able to get that exposure when other people wouldn't be able to. So the secondary market on these after that cap goes in place could get pretty interesting.
Perfect. No idea. I know I cut you off. I don't know. Did you have anything else to add, or have I completely mind wiped you? Took you off your train of thought.
You're good. So I'll talk about the cap at least from how I see it. So I know there's a lot of questions about how the nest cap is going to affect Firebirds and just like how we would do things moving forward. So kind of the way that we're looking at it is since we're launching before the nest cap is going to go in place, I ran some numbers earlier today, and if we did sell out, then and built all of our nests before the cap goes in place and put our focus more on building nests than maximizing out all the master NFTs and grandmaster NFTs, then we would be able to do a little over 1,000 nests to start with. And then we could compound until that cap goes in place. So it's possible that we can do a little more than the 1,000 if we do sell out and are able to build those before the cap goes in place. If we don't have 1,000 nests by the time the cap goes in place, then we'll be able to build out to 1,000 nests. And then once that is in place and we're no longer able to compound, what we want to do is present some other investment options to holders to vote on for how we would handle the 15% compounding percentage. So we could either no longer compound into anything else and we could just increase the rewards, take that 15% and just put that into, just straight rewards and no other investment. Or, what we would prefer to do so that we can continue to build value for holders is take that 15% and then, invest it into some other opportunities that may be out there so that we can continue to increase rewards for Firebirds holders.
Perfect. So essentially, what you're saying is when that happens, it's not just that's it. We're going to look for l- multiple opportunities. We'll make sure that the community's involved as well. Granted that as long as it's sensible suggestions, and we don't just take any advice from the community, because we want
Yeah.
to, we want to make sure that it goes well. I'm sure we all know what I mean by that. So perfect.
Yeah,
Um,
no, we're definitely not gonna do anything, crazy. We
yeah,
would never do anything without the community, voting on it, holders voting on it, and
perfect.
we definitely wouldn't be doing any, crazy degen stuff that, we end up getting rugged on our 15% compound. That's not, yeah, we're not gonna do anything like that. So.
Perfect. Perfect.
But yeah, we may take. I mean, I think we'll probably approach it with, we'll have some ideas of our own. Already have some ideas of what we could potentially do, and then, have the community submit some ideas, and then we'll review everything, and then, put our final decision on, what options we think would be best for the community, and then let holders vote on it.
If I may just cut in real quick and just add a little bit more to that, I think you guys, Razor, you kind of adding a lot of good content here. You're not leaving anything for us. One of the things, I don't know if any of you guys listening right now, gals, were over with when we had our AMA with Crypto Underground. I'm not sure if those guys are in here. We may have a couple of them in here. Amazing guys. In case you haven't heard about Crypto Underground, definitely suggest listen to those guys. Great crew over there. One of the things that we talked about while doing that AMA is that we're definitely looking at projects that Phoenix is looking at. So if Phoenix is looking at taking a hard look at things like Swapsicle and like right now they're working with Spectrum NFT, then we're gonna actually, really take a hard look to see if that's something suitable for our community and something that could be revenue generating uh, to the point where it's viable. Obviously, again, like Racer said, we're going to be going to our community. You guys are part of the community. I mean, every single person here is going to be having a say on how this thing moves forward. So that's the exciting part. Um, one of the things that I know Chada had brought up earlier, and thinking about this, like how we ended up going this route with Phoenix. And he brought up something early on where he was introducing himself about the lotteries and how like we wanted to defer a little bit from that and not created not create something that is a chance. Like people go in there and say, okay, well, if I put my name here and and I invest in here, there's a chance I could get this much money or I could make this much money. Ah, I never been a lottery fan. Not to put anyone down, I think what Griffin Kingdom is doing is great, and I see the potential there. But I guess, again, if you guys heard me earlier, I'm kind of old school. I need to know where my money's going, and I need to know what returns are possible here. And so it's one of the reasons why we ended up going with like the structure that we have in place. And it's one of the reasons why, like Racer said, once we hit the cap, we are going to definitely look at what PCC is doing as far as other revenue streams. And we're going to take a hard look and see how we can incorporate that into our structure and how our community will like that. Everybody here is going to be making decisions. So we need, I think this Discord server will live for a very long time because we need input from everyone. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of folks out there that have good ideas. They know certain things. We are all ears. We want to hear what you got. If there's something, one of the things that Racer does being a mod for PCC is that he gets to contribute a lot of good ideas with Phoenix. And Phoenix is very receptive to that information. Same thing with us here. We want to continue that model. We want to continue the way that works because it will help everyone move ahead, especially when we hit that cap. So by all means, everyone here, if you're not following us, please do. If you have folks that want to join, bring them on in, because the more people in line, the more we can come up with great stuff. And so yeah, we're gonna grow together. That's the way I look at it. I'm very excited about Swapsicle. I think we have a potential there as another revenue stream as far as liquidity pools. Potentially something we talk about once we hit the cap. But yeah, I'm glad that everyone was here, and let's see where it goes. I think there's a lot of promise here.
Yeah, Swapsicle is one of the things that I was really hoping we would be able to get launched before their pre-sale was closed out, because then that would have been something that we could have offered to the community if we launched, built Nest, and then we're able to get in on that pre-sale. Then we could have, bought some pre-sale tokens and then done liquidity farming. But I mean, I know there'll be other opportunities that we can definitely get into to continue to build revenue for our holders. So I guess we'll go to some of the written AMA questions.
Yeah, so I was thinking on that. I know you guys can read them, but I'll read some of them out to you, and you can obviously have them and read them as well. But it just means that anyone that can't see it knows what you're basically answering. So bear with me. This is where I expose myself that I can't read. No, I'm all good. So first question we have with DeFi. Now I know that we might have answered some of them, but there's not that many questions, so we'll just kind of blast through them and maybe recap a little bit. So DeFire has asked, will Firebirds be making any further investments and or partnerships to generate a revenue to NFT holders? So I feel like we covered that. Do you think you have to kind of go back into that, Razor, or that's entirely up to you? That was kind of a main
I
part
mean,
that you said.
I think we did cover it, but I
Yeah,
mean, we definitely do want to continue to make further investments and do other things that can
yeah.
continue to generate revenue for our holders outside of just our Nest holdings.
Perfect. So just that nice summary on it. The next one we've got Senpai Chan, and they're asking, can rewards in USDC.E increase, or will the rewards always be roughly around 10 to 20 a week per NFT?
So as far as the dollar amount that the rewards will be, our estimations, based on current price action, if we were to sell out, would be roughly in that window. Um, Obviously, if when we first come out and we're just doing nests, then we're going to be tied to uh, once phase 2 of Phoenix starts, we're just going to be getting our share of revenue off the incubated projects. Um, so I can't guarantee a certain dollar amount, but I can guarantee that holders will always receive 70% of profits from Firebirds unless the community decides that we're gonna, take that 15% and not invest it in anything anymore, and then that would change the dynamic of how that works. But yeah, we can't guarantee a specific dollar amount, but holders will always be getting 70% of any profits that this project makes.
Lovely. The next one we've got from Duvaldo, and it says, will Firebird holders have any cheeky benefits with PCC Fire version 2?
So I kind of touched on this a little bit as far as like the Firebirds community having access to the whitelist opportunities. So the project would have access to those, and we would all be able to decide if those are things that we wanted to do. So any benefits that Nest holders and Master NFT or Grandmaster NFT holders get through Phoenix, we would be able to get as a project, and the community would be able to decide if those are things that they want to do as a project as a whole. Firebird NFT holders specifically wouldn't get any additional benefits directly through Phoenix, but us as a community, since we own Nest and NFTs through Phoenix, would be able to participate in any benefits that Phoenix is offering as a community.
Perfect. Now, we've got a question here from Havoc God, and you kind of touched base on it already. It was just basically what is the reward rate per NFT, but as you've said, you can guarantee 70% of profits, but there isn't necessarily a reward rate, so to speak. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as that's okay, Havoc, if you've got any more question on that, kind of reach out in a DM and we'll be able to answer after. Next, we've got Jill, Party of 7, representing. It says, will the Firebird NFT apply to all 5+ phases, or will you separate as well? Also, are you purchasing Master and Grandmasters with the 15% as well? Will we also be listing on the secondary market on Spectrum NFT?
So Firebirds will participate. I mean, we're going to own nests and NFTs through Phoenix, so we're going to participate in any phases of how Phoenix evolves. As far as purchasing Master and Grandmaster NFTs, we will be doing that. Our plan so that we can maximize the number of nests before the cap goes in place, but still ensure that we have the benefits of owning Master NFTs and Grandmaster NFTs is to at least completely fill one wallet with all Master NFTs and one Grandmaster NFT, and then do the rest with as many nests as possible so that we can try to maximize the amount of nests that we have. And then we'll be able to add in the NFTs to increase the reward rate on those afterwards with the 15% compounding percentage. So that's one way that even if we are at our allocation, we could still use that 15% to compound into more NFTs to completely fill out all of the wallets. But we want to make sure that we get as much benefit for our holders as possible. So I think maximizing the number of nests that we have, and then ensuring that we have access to any whitelist opportunities and things like that that Phoenix does. I think it makes the most sense for us to at least max out one wallet with all NFTs, and then max out the rest with as many nests as possible, and then we can grow a little bit further. And then as far as listing on Spectrum, it's definitely something that that we would be interested in discussing with the team, but as of right now, that's still up in the air. And then as far as you added to your question, Gil, so I'll answer that last one. Do we have a plan to keep a portion of Fire tokens for potential use in phase 2 or beyond? Not at this time. I think we're just gonna make sure that we're getting as much reward back to our holders as soon as possible. So I think that we'll just be converting our Fire into USDC and getting it back to our holders as quickly as we can.
Perfect. There is another question. I feel like it has been answered, but it's just, will we be involved in Fire 2.0 from Jamanta?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll hold nests, so whatever Fire does, we'll be part of it, essentially.
Yeah, we'll be involved in Fire 11.5 or whatever ends up happening.
As far as it goes.
Yeah, we're gonna be around for as long as possible.
We're going to be
Perfect.
upgrading every phone that comes this way.
So next question, we'll move on. We've got Air Force 77. It says, where do we buy the Firebird NFT at when it launches? So I can take this one if you want, guys.
Sure.
I'll actually do a little tutorial. I think that's maybe best. It'll be a separate channel. I'll get a bit of help from Chad as well, and we could even just take it through visually, step by step, on how you would mint. It will be done on our official links, so make sure you're always in the official links. Never click any DMs or anything, and most importantly, no founder or myself will ever direct message you with links. So, never click anything like that. So always go through official links, and the mint will be done on our website, our official website. Is that okay?
Yep.
Perfect. So the last one that we've got on text, and we can maybe open up to some people want to come up in voice. It's Crazy J. So it says that Gavin mentioned that Fire will be split into different phases, and the only way to receive returns from the incubated projects is basically to be in those phases and to own nests in each phase. Does this mean that hypothetically Firebirds will eventually be able to offer rewards for all of the different phases of PCC if Firebirds compounds into nests of each phase?
Yeah, so obviously our main investment focus is to invest in Phoenix Community Capital. So if there are options for us to continue increasing exposure in the different phases, then we will definitely do that. We're always going to be looking to increase the value and rewards for Firebirds holders. And definitely if we can do that through Phoenix, then we'll definitely be doing that. So yeah, anything that we can do in these additional phases that come out with Phoenix, we'll definitely be participating in and increasing rewards for everyone.
If I might just add to that, we're definitely following, like Racer said, we're gonna be working with Phoenix the rest of the way. Whatever evolution that Phoenix comes up with, we will be there, taking the rewards from everything that we have put together. Our community will benefit from all the evolutions and whatever steps that Phoenix takes. The great positive thing is that we're not necessarily stuck at the hip with Phoenix. We can still venture out, and if there's something out there that's profitable, incorporate that into the formula. And so I think we could benefit 100% with everything that Phoenix puts together, but at the same time, we can always bring in something else, and that's the beauty of being autonomous the way we're working with Phoenix. We are not an incubated project. Phoenix did not fund us in any way. This is community based. This is community funded. The three of us, Kurt, all of us, we're the team essentially. We have put this thing together out of our own pocket, just believing in the vision and seeing how this can actually work. So because of that, it gives us opportunities to evolve and look into things that perhaps, being incubated, you wouldn't have that freedom. And so hopefully that brings in more value and also opens the door for other revenue streams that could definitely continue to expand us.
Perfect. I
Hopefully,
appreciate that. Yeah,
hopefully
sorry.
that makes sense.
No, 100%. 100% ideal. We'll move on. We've got 4 people. So the next stage of the AMA, we've done a lot on questions. If anyone has anything they'd like to kind of come up and ask us directly by voice, there's a little like kind of hand button, and that'll allow you to come up. When I basically accept you, you'll see something at the top of your screen. So it's a little bit different on Discord, and that'll allow you to come up and talk. So I don't know how to say your name, but Siscalypse, we brought you up.
Siscalypse.
Siscalypse. Perfect. Got it.
How you guys doing? So my question is this: once we reach the cap for the NFTs, all the is it 5,555? The price of the NFT, if it increases, people selling back and forth, will that increase our revenue, our rewards?
Who wants to take that one, Racer? I could take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
There is a 5% secondary market royalty, which goes directly back into the treasury. So if people, when people sell these on secondary market, 5% of any sales will go back into the Firebirds treasury, which will then go back into more investments so that we can then increase rewards for our holders.
All right, so the value of our rewards has a potential of increasing if the price of NFT continues to increase.
So depending on secondary market sales, we definitely have the opportunity through the 5% royalty on sales to increase revenue for holders. Yeah.
Sounds awesome. Thanks for taking my call, guys. You guys have a great day.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Very
Take care.
welcome. Thank you. 1 sec. Perfect. So next, it looks like we've got our very own Ditzy biologist. So we'll bring Let's see up, see what she's got to say.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey,
hi.
Dipsy, how's it going?
I'm not bad, thank you. I'm so excited. I'm still excited. I actually told Lori that my hands are sweating. That's how excited I am and nervous. But I'm so
Ditsy, you're not the only one, Ditsy. You're not the only one.
I can imagine. Right, so I'm all about positive vibes, but let me just share this analogy that I have come up with, and correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Um, as a simplified analogy, I think to clarify things for everyone, Firebird's treasury is like a massive whale that shares 70% of their net profits to NFT holders while compounding 15% to generate more rewards and the other 15% to compensate the team. Is that correct?
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty
The
close.
percentages are a little off, but yeah, the idea of it is correct. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
The,
And that's
the
all I
idea
have
is
to say, really.
the idea is definitely for the community to become one massive whale, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
It's to, you know, who has here $1 million plus to dump into a project. I don't know about you guys, maybe we have some whales in the audience, but I'm definitely nowhere close to that. So the idea is to combine forces where the community becomes this massive unified whale that
Mhm.
has a lot of purchasing power, and through the purchasing power we create rewards. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I would definitely, aside the numbers being a little bit off, that is the ultimately goal here, is to become essentially a unified whale where everybody here takes on big numbers,
Yeah,
and then we divide it among the group.
and I think it's important for everyone to understand that we're not taking anything from the mint at all whatsoever. Uh, Everything that comes in from mint is going to be invested, and we all share in the rewards of this project. So we're not here just to mint a bunch of NFTs and take money off the top. I mean, we've invested our personal money to start this project, but you know, we're definitely looking to have this be a community-based project that we all take part in.
This is absolutely why I love you guys. Thank you so much for answering the question. And I'll work on the percentages, I promise.
No, you're
Okay.
good. Thanks, Ditzy.
And it's been
Thank
great
you.
having you, Ditsy. We've obviously brought mods up from just people that came into the project, fell in love with it with us, and you guys have been great. You know what I mean? You've been answering questions, helping everyone, so it's been a pleasure. It's been really good.
Yeah,
To
you've
me,
definitely
speaking
definitely
about
been an
myself,
awesome addition to the team. We've appreciated all your support.
thank you. Honestly, it was like love at first sight for me. Honestly, you guys are amazing. I will love you forever.
Well,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much.
The feeling is mutual.
Perfect.
Don't worry.
We really do have a lot of like early folks that came in here, like did see that we have already, like, just in the small time we've been out here running this thing and putting this thing together, we have some awesome people in this group, and I'm really excited about that, because I think that no matter where we go with the type of input that we are getting from like people like Ditsy, we're gonna be able to like evolve even after we hit our nest cap. I think there's gonna be such a good unit working forward. So I'm really excited about that. I
It's a good
just want to
point.
geek out real quick. Sorry.
No, it's a good point to add as well, as we did make the decision kind of early on that we wanted to follow kind of in what PCC did. They done everything organically, no paid marketing. We wanted to grow a community. We wanted to grow people that came in here, held their NFT, and were part of a kind of family. And I feel like that's what we've grown, and it's been really great. So it's been ideal. But what I'll do,
100%.
Ditsy, I'm going to kick you back to the audience. Sorry.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Thanks for coming up, and
Thank
we
you.
will. Oh, a little bit early there. Sorry, Ditsy. And we'll move on. Next, we've got your friend Blondie. So again, if you see it at the top of the screen, just click that, and that'll bring you up. And unmute. You're currently muted. Mhm.
Blondie, you're muted in case you didn't notice.
Down on the bottom left, if you're on desktop, you'll see your username, and there'll be a little microphone and earphones.
I got it.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. How you doing,
All right,
Blondie?
thank you so much. Yeah, no, I'm very new to this passive income thing. Kind of. Hold on. And I'm very confused about it. So I'm just here listening and trying to figure it out.
I think you're cutting in and out, Blondie.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm just trying to figure out my settings here.
Okay.
I'm on
go
my
ahead.
iPhone.
Oh,
We can hear
okay.
you,
All right.
okay? We can hear you perfect.
we can hear you fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just listening and trying to figure this all out. I'm very new to this passive income nodes and Nest sort of thing. So I'm just listening.
No, I'm glad you're here, Blondie. In case you guys don't know, so I know Blondie. We've been chatting on Twitter for, man, it's been months. And so PCC came out, and like just like everyone else, you're trying to help somebody else out, and you got PCC that came up and is really doing well. So Blondie finally got in there, and so we're now trying to see if Blondie, Blondie is not the most tech savvy, but she has a good heart, and so we've been talking back and forth for the past few weeks on how to get in here, and so I think she's gonna make it. She's gonna be fine. But thanks for joining us. I'm glad you made it in here.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. I mean, I'm excited to get in here so I could learn this whole area of passive income thing. I'm very new to that. I'm very creative. That's what I've worked for, like Gucci and a lot of big designers doing creative marketing and sales and product development. I'm very, very good at that area. Like, I've done international things, but I'm not good at this tech stuff. It freaks me out. I'm sorry.
And don't worries, no worries. This community here, and I'm sure just I've been scrolling up and down on all the names that I see here and who's listening, and I could tell I've seen a lot of these names before, and I know some of these guys, a lot of XRP guys in here. I'm a big XRP fan myself. That's like my biggest bag. I invested a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into my XRP bags. So I think you coming into this fold, you're going to be in a good community. I think there's a lot of people in here that will be able to help. And hopefully, again, you got a question, hopefully somebody in the audience can definitely point you the right way. I think being in this server, we all going to learn from each other.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Great point to make. So, is that
Thank you.
all good, Blondie? Lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you. I'm just going to move you back to the audience, all right?
Okay, thank you.
No problem at all. So next we've got Runner Rabbit. And again, you'll have to unmute. Perfect.
Hello.
Hello.
How's everyone doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good. So, first of all, anticipating a great launch for Firebirds. You guys are doing a great service for people who either can't get into nests or are too late to get into nests. So I think you're going to get a lot of FOMO after the cap happens. Because I guess you guys can survive after the cap. Is that right? If you haven't
Yeah,
pulled up to
absolutely.
1,000 nests yet. Yeah,
Correct.
so that's great. Another thing that I'm interested in is the convenience of Firebirds, where you don't like Blondie was just here, and if you're not so tech savvy, holding Firebirds and receiving rewards from that without the need to compound, calculate when you need to sell, when you need to create another nest, you guys would take care of that. So I believe convenience is also a big part of Firebirds. And I don't see that marketed too much because convenience is important. Some people are just too scared to get into a DeFi project. So essentially you guys would be kind of like a fund or an investment manager to those type of investor.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we're going to be handling all the claim fees, the gas, and like all the things that go into managing nests. Where all our holders are going to have to do is hold their NFT, and when they want to, they can go to our site and claim their rewards. It'll be a pretty simple thing for our holders. So I think your point is definitely a good one.
No,
Yes.
I agree. I think, especially between the three of us founders, we're all pretty technically minded guys, and this is all just second nature to us at this point. And I think we've just forgotten how new a lot of people are, and it's easy for us, but not everyone. So, no,
Yeah,
you did bring up a good point.
yeah, push that convenience side of it because that's very, you might get a
You,
whale who's just too lazy to buy nests.
you know, Runner, you bring up an excellent point. It's one of the things that, like, like Blondie, and there's many like that. I mean, this thing is pretty technical sometimes, and one of the things that we try to do is just to simplify the whole thing. Okay, you bought the NFT. Now, every once a week, you'll be able to just hit a claim button, and there comes your USCDE. It's coming right in. You just hit a button and you claim, and now you can move on to your MetaMask or whatever wallet you're using. And so, yeah, part of the whole deal is to simplify it, where it's a revenue stream without the technicalities of the ins and outs. And believe me, like like the past few weeks, like us three have been like going over like multi-sig wallets, multi-signature wallets. So that's something we haven't even talked about yet, by the way. And maybe I'll let Racer chime in on that. But just to make sure that everything is covered, make sure that all the addresses work and how to go about it. So yes, we want to simplify it where if someone, anybody, with no matter the skill set, can come in here. Okay, I invested, I bought 3 NFTs or 4 NFTs, whatever it is. All they have to do at the end of the week is go ahead and claim. Oh, there we go. I made so much, and just move it into your wallet. And that's the beauty of it. We're gonna act as one massive unit, and to make it simple for anyone. And yeah, that's another. It's a great point. I'm glad you brought up that question, Runner. That's probably one of my
Yeah.
favorites so far.
Yeah, no problem. Well, which brings me up to my second point because I heard you guys talking about expanding into other DeFi protocols other than nests in the future. And so there's two questions here. So the first question will go back to convenience, where people don't really need to do their own research, find the right project and you guys as well, like Ditzy said, are kind of whales, so you can get on one-on-one conversations with the devs of these other protocols and have a better in-depth level of research than any normal user would have because you would sit with them and make a deal like you did with PCC. So that's one part. The other part of the question is if you guys were gonna join another DeFi protocol, would you launch another NFT or would you just include that into the Firebirds?
Eraser, you want to take that one? You want me to jump
Yeah,
in?
sure. So, since our main focus is Phoenix, we're always going to invest in Phoenix as much as possible. But if, that's just not an option, then yeah, we'll definitely look at other things that we can invest in.
To add to that, we had an AMA about a week ago. I don't know how many folks here were there. I brought it up earlier with Crypto Underground. Um, they had another guest, Hyatt Demo, which is a DAO project, and we actually were there the entire time. We listened to everything, and then after the meeting, after the AMA, we all like hung back and had our own little meeting as for if this is a project we may be interested into looking into. And that's just the mentality that we have into, okay, we're going to hit a cap at some point. We need to look into other projects. I know that Chata and Racer are huge into Anchor. The Anchor. Anchor is 20% APY So, you make a little bit of gains here and there. You take your money, you put it on Anchor, and now, you generating passive income, 20% APY, just for having your money with this protocol, which is a very solid, safe protocol. I've been meaning to do it. I haven't done it yet because I'm
He doesn't listen to me. That's why
I
I've been
yeah
telling him to do it for a long time. He won't listen.
yeah, but
But
Cheddar
as far
Cheddar's
as
race have been doing it.
as far as your question, if we do look to move our compounding percentage into something else, we wouldn't be launching a new project. We would be just moving that compound percentage into a different investment so that we can diversify a little and bring more value to our holders.
All right, great. That makes sense. Thanks, guys, and best of luck at the launch.
Now,
Thanks so much.
one thing that I will add to that, Runner, is if Phoenix does evolve to where there's different types of nests at some point, we may look at, we may continue to compound here, and we may look to launch another series that would be focused on a different phase. So that would be another option as well. But we're always going to be, focused on this project and continuing to add as much value as we can for everybody that holds one.
Sounds great, guys. Sounds great. Best of luck. Thanks a lot.
Thank
No
you, sir.
problem. I'll move you back. So you've probably seen in some of our announcements that we mentioned that we would do a grand finale whitelist giveaway. So we do have 3 more questions, but I want to basically, we're not going to tag everyone in the Discord. We've got 134 people listening. Not everyone will be able to win this. As you know, we had 200 spots. And a lot of the reminders, you will see that people that didn't submit their wallets basically lost their spot, but their loss, your gain, pretty much. So above the AMA stage, we've got a channel called Whitelist Giveaway. Do you want to just confirm in general chat that you guys can see that? Anyone? Can see.
Hopefully
Perfect.
they can.
Yep, yeah. Yep, good. No technical difficulties there. So we're about to start a giveaway in there. Obviously, if you have whitelist, if you have confirmed whitelist, you can't enter, but you don't need it. All of you guys, we appreciate that you've been, or all the non-whitelisted people. We see how hard you guys were working. You know, we weren't trying to be bad about it. We just wanted to make sure that it was going to the right people, and we so far we're confident that's the case, and we're even more confident that you guys that get this in our last giveaway will deserve it just as much. So we just need to do. Chad, are you available? Are you talking?
I'm waiting for a final number to input before I can send it.
So bear with me.
Come on. I mean,
I don't really think
have that many, sir.
again. You can tell I'm in his DM saying XX, but we don't have that much. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
I got you, Shadow. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll do one double check, make sure that we're not going to over allocate. As you know, there was 200 spots. Like that's the max we're allowed.
Okay. Well, I'm going to send this, but we didn't get to test this, so we may have to do this again. Let's send it. Here it comes. I think.
Oh, it's
Hello?
going up.
There it is.
Yeah, definitely looks like it's working.
And
All right, guys. If in case anybody can't see it, it's at the very, very top of the channel listing in Discord on the left-hand side, all the way up just under events.
and if you click it and it knocks you back down, that means you're on whitelist already, or you're a moderator, or you're a founder, or you're Kerr. So stop doing it, guys.
I didn't enter.
I tried.
All right, so we'll let that run. Kerr, do you want to bring a couple other people up?
Yep. Okay, bear with me. I'm just sending Chad a DM.
Not yet, babes. Not yet.
Not yet.
You got to win first.
So we'll keep that just for the giveaway. If you've got if you want to chat, talk, anything like that, please keep it in the general chat, if that's okay. So I'm just going to quickly delete all these, so the giveaway is the only thing it shows.
That's a fail on my part. I forgot.
That's okay. Thanks for we'll give Ziggy a shout out for the quick DM. Thank you for that. But yeah, if you've got anything to say, just please keep it in general chat so that anyone goes on the whitelist giveaway. That's the only thing they see. Perfect. And back to the AMA.
You know, can I just say something real quick? Just not to downplay this, but a lot of folks have worked very hard to get into the whitelist. And here we are, a few over 100, 132 folks, and we have quite a few spots left. So there's a very good chance. I'm not saying, I'm 100% guaranteed, but you got
Looks
a
like
great
a 1
chance.
in 2 chance here,
Yeah, just about.
as far as
So,
entries and how many spots are around.
This is great. I'm excited about this.
So next person, bear with me. It's Ziggy, believe it or not. So unless he's clicked that by accident, we'll get Ziggy up and see if he's got a couple of questions.
What's up, boys?
How
How's
you
it going,
doing?
Ziggy?
Hey, so I just had a quick question, and you guys may have touched on it, and I joined just a little bit late because I was in the Twitter space before. So, you guys were touching up on your multi-sig that you guys were doing some research on it. Is there any specific people here that you guys have that's going to be in that? I'm assuming it would be Chada, Kerr, and Crypto Racer, but I figured I'd come up and ask you guys directly.
Yeah, so the three of us founders, New Money, Chata, and myself, are on the multi-sig. We may potentially add another to it, but yeah, we've already created all the wallets that we'll be using for us to build up to 1,000 nests. So we've got 10 multi-sig wallets ready to go. And we've already tested everything out on a separate one to make sure everything is working properly. So we're ready to go for everything, and everything will be multi-sig.
Perfect. Yeah, that's all I wanted to basically just ask. Other than that, thank you guys for the AMA. This has been very informative, and keep up the good work, guys.
Appreciate it,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
All right, I'm gonna take myself back down.
No problem.
Take care, man.
Last, we have Crypto MK90. Oh, I can't. Oh yeah, he's up.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Perfect.
Great. Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, just got a few questions first. One being, I know there's a limit in terms of how many you can mint, but is there a limitation of how many NFTs can a wallet hold?
So you can mint in public mint. You can mint 5 per transaction, and then up to 100 per wallet. So you can go up to 100 in a wallet if you want. Now there's technically not anything stopping you from, doing more in another wallet. But yeah, it's 100 per wallet on mint.
No, okay, good.
Yeah, and then on whitelist, it's just you can do up to 3 mints on whitelist.
Yeah, and the second question is, in terms of the whitelist on the public, and are they on the same day, or do the whitelist get like a few hours ahead, or how does it work? Just wanted to
So
find
we're
out.
given whitelist members 24 hours to mint before public mint. So whitelist mint will start on the 28th at 6 p.m. UTC. I'm in Central Time, so it's 1 p.m. Central. And then public mint will start exactly 24 hours later.
Great. Okay. No, that's all. Thanks a lot, guys, and all the best. You're doing a great job.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. So we don't have one more question. So if anyone else, we've got a couple minutes on the giveaway. So just a quick reminder, our last whitelist giveaway is going on just above the AMA stage and the channel whitelist giveaway. So we got 72 at the moment, so pretty good odds. Hopefully you guys are feeling confident. As I say, we don't have any more questions, so you guys, any final touches to add just to the community?
I just wanted to thank everybody for, that's been a part of the community so far. It's been pretty humbling to be able to build a community of this size and see, people being active and really excited about what we're building. So thank you for everybody that's here and interested in our project. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely the same way I feel. It's humbling for sure. It is a few months in the making, and to have this type of audience and the support that we have gotten, it's beyond belief. It's beyond belief. Thank you, and thank you for trusting us. And we hope to be great stewards of this project, become this unified well that we can definitely do some damage out there and create some revenue for everyone here.
Yeah, and I'll add, again, to repeat, thanks everybody for coming. The response was breathtaking, and I speak from experience from helping another community grow from about 250 to over 2,000 members, and that took 2.5 years to happen. This happened in like 4 days, 5 days to hit 2,000. Like I can't. Like I was literally in tears at one point. Like I was blown away. Thank you so much, everyone. That's all I have.
Fine. What I'll do is I'll just touch base as well. If people aren't aware, we are doing a couple of kind of free Firebirds on the way up to launch. So they are found on our Twitter, but if you also go through the announcements or the announcement channel, the mini announcement channel, you'll be able to find that as well. So as I say, everyone loves free stuff. We're just looking for a little bit of kind of love on our Twitter, and hopefully it's you that wins. All right.
Yeah, we're definitely rooting for you. We're definitely. I'm glad you guys took the time out to come out here, so we appreciate it. Thank you for listening to us, and hopefully you're one of the last few as we close this door and move forward. We're about to release.
And if you want to check whitelist giveaway, it has ended. So we've got our final winners. And again, if you don't see yourself on that, don't feel down. You know what I mean? This is going to be a great project. You're still going to be part of something amazing.
But everybody that won, congratulations.
Yeah,
you have been
that's it.
automatically assigned your role. You're going to have to head over to in the giveaway channel. I will tag the wallet entry. You should see that room now. If you do not, please let us know. Go in there, enter in your AVAX address. Your name will turn sky blue when that happens, and you'll know that you have done it properly. And we will have your wallet address anonymously. And that's pretty much it.
So it's quite important to add if everyone's obviously here, so if you can make that a priority for us. The deadline for us for wallet collecting was basically yesterday, so this is almost just something that we've kind of flung in to make sure we can get some more people in, and basically reward you guys with a discount for all your efforts. So yeah, I will be available in chat. So if anyone's got any,
let's say, what do you say, guys? 12 hours from now, the deadline for these wallets.
Yeah,
Sure, that's fine.
12
Okay.
sounds good.
and just ask us in chat. If tag us all, founders, me. If you've got any questions or you're unsure on how to submit, we're more than happy to help. Is that all right? But I think you guys, we all good to end it there. As ever, hope everyone's enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate your time and interest in the project.